Hi everyone. Thanks for joining us at In the Know. We're catching up with some of your favorite celebs, reality TV stars, and more direct from their homes. I'm your host, Gibson Johns, and today we're joined by Karen Huger, one of the OG Real Housewives of Potomac, as Season 5 kicks off on Bravo. After touching upon how she's using her platform to call for change and racial justice, Karen and I talked about what fans can expect from the highly anticipated 5th season of the show, including sharing new hurdles that she's facing in her marriage, a headline-making fight between two of her castmates, and the continued evolution of her friendship with Giselle. Keep listening for my full interview with Karen, and make sure to tune in to the Real Housewives of Potomac Sundays at 9, only on Bravo. Okay, so Karen Huger, I am so excited to be talking to you because not only do we get to catch up, but that means that Real Housewives of Potomac is finally back.
How excited are you, Gibson?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this day since season 4 ended last year. I mean, I've been counting down the days. I'm so happy. How are you excited?
I'm super excited, and I really love the strategy that Bravo has in place. I know we had to wait, and the fans are like, "Oh my God, you pushed it back," but we're happy to be on it on Sundays at 9 p.m. and I cannot wait to see you all on August 2nd. It's going to be great.
I know it. Like I know there was the wait, but I agree. I think that one, I think it's going to be worth the wait. I've seen the first episode, and I think you guys have not missed a beat at all. But I also think that I think that we have to spread out the programming a little bit, and so I'm glad that we're getting a moment to really appreciate Potomac and have it kind of take center stage. So before we get too much into the show, I do want to, if you're comfortable, I just want to get a little bit into kind of what's been going on in the country this summer. And you've been using your platform as a Black woman in the public eye to call for racial justice and to speak out against police brutality. And I'd love to just kind of hear where your mind is right now, and sort of kind of maybe some of the conversations that you've been having over the past month or two.
I'll keep it simple because it's a powerful movement that's going, and I think words speak louder. And when you're in action, and we're in action, Black Lives Matter. And we mattered a long time ago. We mattered from the beginning, but this is our moment. And I'm doing everything I can to use my platform, not only to help in the march, but to also help behind the lines, because, we're in a balancing act here with the pandemic going on at the same time.
Exactly.
So I've got to protect those young folks with whatever I can do, with the mask, with water, whatever I can do. I'm out there trying to help on the front line and to get the message out that it's time for its change. It has been time for a change.
100%.
And it's absolutely happening. And I'm standing in a powerful moment, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just been so great to see you, as well as so many people on Bravo, speaking out and really kind of being on the right side of history with this. And one thing that I found extremely powerful was the video that Marlo Hampton organized, where a lot of Bravo Black talent on Bravo came together, and you guys just said our lives matter, and we're not going to stand for this. And what was it like to be a part of that compilation? Because it really did hit. I think people were affected by that.
Marlo did a powerful thing when she called us and tapped on our shoulder. I love Marlo, by the way.
Yeah, same.
But the woman was laser focused when she tapped on us and asked us to speak from our hearts. Black lives matter, and simply my life matters. Okay, every Black life matters. And then there was a moment on, and thank God Bravo's so open to letting us express ourselves and accept ourselves in that way. But it was a powerful moment. I'm glad I was a part of a historical moment for Bravo.
Definitely. And it was just so great to see everyone kind of, regardless of whatever drama was happening on any of the shows, it does not matter. What matters is your lives. And that's really, it was just cool to see, I think. And I think
thank you. We're really proud that you guys are, everyone is pulling together. Bravo is pulling together. A change is about to happen, and we're going to win. And it's not too far off in the future. So stay hopeful and keep marching.
Yeah, it's about keeping on it. And totally. So I think that what a lot of what Bravo allows is for some escapism. I think the shows reflect a lot of realities, but I also think that there is a little bit of an escapism element, obviously, that comes along with watching these amazing shows. And when the wait was extended for season 5 of Potomac, did you feel that fans were kind of eager for you guys to come back to the screen?
Did I feel it? Yes, they were telling me. They were, they were like, "Oh my God, we can't wait!" And actually, it was my birthday, the first release date, and
That
so
would
it
have
was
been cool.
May
Yeah.
3rd. It would have been super cool, but everything happens for a reason. And now I'm glad that it's a gift of the summer, And
Yes.
yeah, and we need that. We need that. We're going through it as a nation right now, and like you said, it's escapism, and I'm very happy to be a part of that escapism. Yes.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that like I mean, I've been watching Potomac since the beginning. I interviewed you for season 1, and I remember what sort of like it's just been so special to watch Potomac like gradually rise as a favorite, and it's not a newcomer anymore. This is season 5. You guys are, it's been really cool to watch. Do you feel as though Potomac has just like you guys have cemented your place on this channel and alongside all the other housewives?
Absolutely, honey. We've earned our badge.
Uh-huh.
We're here to stay. It's a powerful moment. I think I said it, we're on impossible. It's a very powerful cast. We
Mm-hmm.
are very diverse, but very much so cut from the same cloth. And we bring it. And we bring joy, peace, love. Love too. You see a lot of love, I think, especially this season. I'll let you lead the interview, but this season, you'll see us on a more deeper level, which totally, puts us down in the history books of being one of the baddest, if not the baddest.
I'm right there with you.
All right.
So the premiere episode, we see kind of what we're going to see from you, which is you're opening up your marriage in a way that I don't think we've seen in the past. It's really we're going to see a lot from you and Ray in terms of some of the issues that you're dealing with and what you're struggling with. Can you talk to me about what some of those issues are and just how you've approached like airing that out? Because it's important for people to see the bumps along the road, I think, as well.
I think it's important to choose our words properly. Like when we say airing it out, Ray and I weren't airing, we were sharing it out. And that's really important, especially in this time and day that we live in. I always knew that when I got on reality TV, I would bring reality. So when the cameras came a-rolling and Ray and I were dusting off the institution we call our marriage, we had to share that because who are we helping? We thought about it. We're like, okay, maybe we could just not button it up, but no, we don't roll like that. And I think it's going to be relatable to those people who have been married at least 23 years and to the younger folk that's getting married today. What it takes actually to dig in when the challenge comes. It's easy, honey, when things are going well, but what do you do when things, hit a rough patch? Do you sign that decree that says bye-bye, or do you, just lock it in and fight it out to the end and your relationship? And I think I can't say much more. Stay tuned.
Did you find that kind of you guys have Raven, who's your gorgeous daughter, who but she moved out recently, and did you find that that was like one of the biggest challenges that you have faced in your relationship, just because it totally must have changed kind of your day-to-day lives?
You know what? So many things happen in my life. I can't just put it on Sugar Plum, okay?
Right. No, but
I can't do that. And by the way,
it's not her fault.
Call me out for doing that because that was so long ago. But it was so many things: the children, moving on, and then losing 2 parents within 2 years. I think, and then launching my company, Ladon. All of that had a major impact on the woman that you see sitting before you today. I'm not the same woman 5 years ago, and so I've actually grown quite a bit, and I'm glad to share that.
Totally. What do you think the biggest point of growth for you has been? What kind of, like, for you, when you look at yourself and you think about who you were 5 or 6 years ago, what is that thing that you kind of look to as a self-improvement that you've made?
Okay, that's an honest question, and I wasn't expecting it, but I'll say developing a tough skin that really gauges what to sweat.
Totally.
I don't sweat the small stuff. I'm like, honey, no, not happening here. Let's roll through it. We're done. But I just don't sweat the small stuff anymore. And I think that's called personal growth and putting things in perspective. You can come all day long, but can you, penetrate the armor of confidence? I don't think so.
I think I think that your relationship with Giselle is one of the most fascinating dynamics kind of across franchises, because I think, you're both sort of like these dueling like matriarchs of this franchise. And I think that everyone loves
Oh,
both of you.
God. You see
But
us as dueling?
well, I mean, you guys, sometimes you're in a great place. Sometimes
Okay,
you can't
fair.
stand each other. What is it about your guys's, dynamic that really kind of like it really creates unexpected moments, I think.
It really is. It's true and it's honest. That's all I can say. We have our good days. We have our bad days. I would prefer better days, but honey, I can roll with a bad day too. So I roll with the best of them. And, I've really moved on from thinking about that relationship as to why it didn't, become besties.
Right.
I like it the way it is because it's real and it's raw and it's honest. And I'll take it on its good days and I take it on its bad days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good to go. But I'd rather be happy and joyous
of
and
course.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, because I think you both are some of the funniest people that I see on TV. So I think it's fun when we see you guys have fun with each other, and I
yeah,
totally. What can I think one of the obviously big points of interest this season is whatever happened between Monique and Candace. And I think that, at least at the first start of the season, we see that you're close with both of them, and you have different relationships with both of them. But kind of what can you tell me just about where you might stand in that situation? Because, you, like I said, you're friends with both.
Well, as the matriarch and OG of RHOP, I have to really be careful with how I handle my friends' differences with one another. It was painful for me to watch it. You guys will see me deal with it fairly, but I stand my ground. I have raised 2 children, the oldest being 33. Not that my girlfriends are my children, but I learn from my children. They have become my teacher. And also how I was brought up was to be fair and to believe my eyes, honey. And so I do. And I go with what I feel is right. And it doesn't make everybody happy. I wish I could make everybody happy, but if I did that, no one would have any personal growth that I consider my friend. And those 2 I consider my friend. And you see that season. And it's painful for me to see some of the things that develop and some of the things that I have to just stand firm on. And I don't buckle. When I know right is right and wrong is wrong, and two wrongs don't make a right.
Totally. But I think it's special that you have been able to maintain those relationships despite kind of what goes, like you said, but despite what goes on between those 2 people or 2 castmates or 2 friends, you can maintain those special relationships on the side. And I think that's not easy to do, I would say.
Well, I would also say to temper that comment you just made with, it's not without scar. It's not without damage.
It's important.
So
it's important to say.
Stay tuned to understand. Okay. I'm in a great place and I'm always willing to grow and move on. I can't stay stuck. So let's see what happens. Stay tuned.
Well, I do want to congratulate you on one thing, which is you're back in Potomac. We see that at the beginning of the season. How does it feel to be back in Potomac?
Well, Potomac is my background. It's my backyard. I was here for 17 years, took a 3.5-year hiatus. It's natural for me to be right where I'm at. My home, my backyard, Potomac. So it's wonderful.
And you're 3 minutes down the road from Monique. I think that's so fun.
It is wonderful to be so close to Monique and that bird.
It can fly over to your house. Just
oh, please, no. I think no. We'll leave him on
I think that we've talked sort of about some of like the growth of Real Housewives of Potomac, and I recently realized that the OG cast is I think it's the longest. There are 4 of you guys that were on the first season who are now on the 5th season, which I'm pretty sure that's a record. I think that's a record of any housewife.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's incredibly impressive, and I think that it speaks to a lot of things. But I'm curious, in your words, just what do you think it is about this group that has really, the dynamic is great. There's individual personalities, but what do you think has really kind of stuck you guys and given you that longevity?
Honestly, we've grown up together on this platform. And as you turn the pages of each OG, Robin, Ashley, Giselle, and myself, I mean, you see we're growing and not without challenge. And we keep it real. And then we celebrate celebratory times and challenging times. We get in there and handle that too. But, I think we are so good together with growth. Personal growth. I think the moment either of us stop growing, that's when it'll answer the question that most want to know. say.
I think that's well put. That's totally well put. But I think it's nice to kind of we get 5, probably more, but right now we have 5 seasons of watching you guys embrace this platform and continue to grow. I think it's been really special.
Thank you.
I recently tweeted out, I wanted to know what people thought were kind of the most memorable Real Housewives of Potomac moments from over the years.
Really?
Karen, you were brought up a lot in a great way. I think that there was somebody who said, wait, I'm realizing that all of my favorite moments involve the Grand Dame. I mean, like, is that flattering? Is that to hear that you're a part of these iconic moments?
It's a compliment. It's never my aim to bring anything that's practiced or rehearsed. So if you're enjoying what you're getting, my one-liners, my moments in the moment, then I'm doing my job, okay? Because I am being authentically me. And that's what reality TV should be. And so I'm honored that, people will remember, honey, people come for me all the time. They just don't find me. And that's very true. They don't.
Hey, that was brought up so much. I think what were the other moments that you think that people would have brought up about you? Because I have a little list here, but I'm just curious what they are for you.
Gibson, I know the wig shift better be there. Okay, that monumental moment when my wig just went left and right and just had an earthquake all by itself on top of my head, but I locked it down and I stood my ground and shook it off and kept it going.
Like a pro.
Every diva has to do that. Okay, so they don't move anymore though, Gibson.
The wig moment, the mime moment with you and Giselle at lunch. I mean, that's a classic right there.
You can't make that up. I really was. I was like, who is this man? And I really meant, like, why are you interrupted? This is the first conversation in that season that Giselle and I were really having a real moment and about to squash stuff. And I think we walked away better for that. You may not have seen that, but that moved us on to another level because I was like, really, Giselle? She's like, girl.
Sometimes laughter is the best medicine, right? I mean,
it is, especially in friendships with women plus women,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think the last one, I think partially it's because of the iconic outfit that you wore, which is the camo suit and the Gucci belt for the press conference. I mean, hello. Yes, that was hello.
I made that up. Okay. But Bravo is a genius too. Okay. I strategically came in combat gear with Gucci. Okay.
Amazing.
Like if I was going to have to take on all these badges, I was going to be ready for combat, and I always deal with, I don't care whether it's death, empty nesting. I try and deal with it with comedy. And I thought it was sort of cute to put the two together, and here it is, and people enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, I got it.
I think it totally did what you wanted it to do. And I think it was.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So closing out the interview, I would love to hear just sort of about what else can we expect from this season, because we're just getting started. There's a lot of anticipation. What can fans expect to see?
Okay, I can just speak for me.
Yeah.
I'm pulling back so many layers, and I want y'all, let me do a teaser. You will get to see my gang. So stay tuned. And we're a fun bunch, and we're lively, and it explains a lot about who I am. So yeah, you're gonna like
that's exciting, because I think a lot of people feel like we know you already, and we do in some sense, but there's so much more there, Karen. We all know that.
Deeper, baby. I'm taking you, and that's all I'm gonna say. Come deeper with me.
Hey, I'm right. I'm along for the ride. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Karen, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. And we're looking forward to season 5.
Well, thank you for having me. Mwah.
For more stories from In the Know, go to intheknow.com. You can also follow In the Know on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and find me, Gibson Johns, on Instagram and Twitter at Gibsonoma. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.